Hi everybody, my name is Collin Fletcher and we are going to be learning today about the Pythagorean Theorem. That's right, the Pythagorean Theorem. Now some of you might be out there going, Mr. Fletcher, you just use a lot of big words, I don't know, what is Pythagorean, what does theorem mean? Well, I will tell you what they mean. Pythagorean comes from a guy named Pythagoras. He lived a long time ago. If he was still alive, he'd be super old and probably even way smarter than he was before. He knew a lot about math, and he had an idea about triangles. Another word for idea is theorem, like theory. Think of it like a thought, but outward. An idea, that's what a theorem is. So it's Pythagoras' idea, essentially, about triangles and the relationship between the sides. Now here's a triangle right here. It's a right angle, right-sided triangle. Whenever you see a triangle with a little box right here, that's what that signifies, okay? Now, a lot of times in math, we label things with letters, okay? And we substitute out those letters for numbers and vice versa. That's the gist of algebra. So we're going to call this side down here A, okay? And this side B, okay? And this side C. Now, the Pythagorean Theorem simply says that if you square one side, so A squared, another way of saying that is A times A, and then you add this side squared, so B squared, or B times B, that it equals this side, which in this case is the hypotenuse. Remember that hypotenuse. That equals C squared, okay? So A squared plus B squared equals C squared is the Pythagorean Theorem. There it is. Now there's different ways we can move this around to figure out certain sides. Generally we use this when we know the lengths of two sides and need to know the length of the third. If we know the length of this side and this side, we can figure out that side if we have a calculator, because we need to use square roots. We're not going to get to square roots yet. If we know B and C, for example, but need to find A, we would move around parts of the equation, but we're not going to worry about that right now, okay? Remember, another way of saying this would be like saying A times A plus B times B equals C times C. Okay. Very basic way to understand it. We're making math easy today. Okay. One of the most basic right-sided triangles is a right-sided triangle with sides equaling 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to use that as an example to show the Pythagorean Theorem here at work. Okay? So, instead of A, let me get another colored pen real quick. Instead of A, we're going to have 3. Yeah. 3. Okay? Now over here, we're going to plug in, instead of A, we're going to have 3 squared. And that's going to be 3 times 3. Then, we're going to make a plus. Then instead of B, we're going to have 4 plus 4 squared equals, now I'm going to show y'all how this is going to be equal to 5. Okay, normally, once we've learned this, I'd give you 2 side lengths and ask you to figure out the third. 5. But in this case, jump the gun a little bit and see how this equation works. Okay, so remember, a number squared is you just take that number and multiply it by itself twice. So 3 squared is the same thing as saying 3 times 3, that equals, that's right, 9. Okay, we're going to drop this down here. 9 plus, okay, 4 times 4, 4 squared, is what? 16. That's right, 16. So 9 plus 16 equals, okay, now we're going to jump the gun here a little bit. 9 plus 16 is what? 25. Okay. Now, as you'll see down here, 5 squared, or 5 times 5 equals, that's right, 25. And it all matches up. So, if we knew it just down here, we could find this side equaling 5 by taking the square root of 25, but we're not going to get to that just yet. We'll get to that next time. Okay, so remember guys, the Pythagorean Theorem is named after Pythagoras. It was his idea as to understanding the relationship between sides of a triangle, specifically on a right-sided triangle. There's lots of different ways we can move around this equation to understand what one side is if we know a couple of the other sides. And we will work on that next time. Alright, well thank you for learning about the Pythagorean Theorem, and have yourself a blessed day. Bye.